mic on?
I cut the mic on.
Oh,
The light on ain't Jack.
The green light on? Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it was just too hard, man, for this episode. It's like some albums.
Cheetos or Doritos?
Ooh. Doritos. I'm gonna say Doritos. They got better flavors. They have better. Now, if you're talking original cheese versus original cheese, I like a Cheetos.
But I had to say,
over the nacho cheese Doritos.
For hot chips, I'd take Cheetos hot chips over Doritos hot chips. And I'm not a fan of hot chips anymore. Putting a lot of our kids up in the hospital and stuff.
Yeah.
But
oh man, we recording?
We are.
But well, look like we ain't gonna get no sponsors from Cheetos or hot chip makers. Alright, welcome to another episode of Lost Blurs. I'm Will, the Kraken.
I'm Jason, the villain.
I'm Brandon, the doctor.
And we're here to talk about everything pop culture, music, food, movies, whatever you can think of, comic books, Marvel, DC, that's what we do. And we don't do everything everybody else does. You have to kind of think when we do stuff.
That's true.
If you watch some of our other episodes, we'll pull out something out the hat. Like, hey, last episode we had one of your top villains. Hey, I picked Bugs Bunny. You gotta think, because he just fucks with. I mean, excuse me. We got to bleep that out, because I know we can't say that word. He just messes with everybody. So, like I said, you gotta think we're gonna thank everybody for liking, subscribing to everything we've done so
really
far.
appreciate
We appreciate your comments,
We really do.
your own pick ones, and everything else. We want to appreciate everything. But now we're finna get ready to start. This is probably one of the hardest episodes we've done so far. I know every once in a while we might have a pick one or who you got or something like that. But this is probably one of the hardest episodes
I'm not looking forward to this show.
to come up with, because
It's gonna be interesting.
it's gonna be a lot of unpopular opinions, a lot of unpopular everything. So this one's gonna be more related to music this whole episode.
Okay.
I know we've done the top guitarists. Hey, people were mad at me because I ain't put Jimi Hendrix in my top 5. So, hey, he's the god. He's the icon. So, that's the reason I didn't do that. So, in this, everybody talk about greatest rappers or MCs of all time.
And just know, people, it's the top 5.
Of what we want.
Personal.
It's only what we want, and not. I mean, it's only 5, so you can't put everybody can't be in there. Somebody gonna be left out.
That's true.
And if you disagree, that's fine.
Put
Just put your comments down and let us know your top 5. We can compare, and we can tell you then why you're wrong.
Because basically everybody's top 5 is still somebody's opinion.
Yep.
True.
If you work for Billboard and everything, it's still somebody's opinion. You might go by album sales. You might go by iconic songs. You might go by entire albums.
There you go. If I want to say Bow Wow's the #1 rapper ever, hey, that's just my choice. I'm not saying
You
that.
can put off the show,
But if I wanted, but if I wanted to do that, hey, that's our
Right,
disclaimer.
So, we're going to go ahead and get started.
heavy disclaimers on this one.
Yeah, I wish we had the music and stuff to play with some of this. I should have bought my little music editor, but you know what? This is going to be a long episode. It's going to be more than 30 minutes. Even before the show, we should have been recording that, but hey.
The real
It's just
show
a whole
really happened
bunch of
before
stuff.
this was like an hour long.
But it's going to get back to that pre-show concept, because a lot of things we're probably not going to be alike. And so who wants to go first with the first question of your top 5 rappers / MCs?
I think
Who
I'll
wants to
take
go
this.
first?
I don't mind taking this one.
Please
And
do.
this was very hard because you're just trying to narrow it down to 5, and like you said, the 5 that you want to put on the list versus what everybody else wants you to do. Like you already know, we're all from Memphis, and so we have a strong affinity, a strong love for a rapper by the name of Project Pat, for 3-6 Mafia, which I'm sure all of you have heard of them. A-Ball and MJG.
But let me not cut you off. If I remember right, last week, a couple of weeks ago, Charlamagne the God said the best rappers come from Memphis right now.
He did say that. He was talking about right now, though. He wasn't talking about.
He back then, they were the best. Sorry.
I still think they was bitch.
They still the best. He back there. Y'all just hated on the South.
That's probably true, too. But anyway, my number 5, I feel like he's almost a forgotten rapper, forgotten MC from the South. Scarface.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Scarface. He's my number 5 MC all time. A lot of tracks, a lot of hits. I seen a man die. A minute to pray and a second to die. Smile, no tears, on my block.
Let's even see when he was with the group, the Ghetto.
I mean, even when he was with the Ghetto
Mind
Boys.
playing tricks on me.
Mind playing, that's A.
Just a whole bunch of
A
great.
whole bunch of just great songs. My number 4, anybody who knows me, any event I have in my house and I got music playing, you are going to hear this songs from this group. And I had to choose one of the members from this group, Andre 3000 from Outkast. He is my number 4. I don't care what anybody says. To me, I think he's one of those musical geniuses when it comes to his wordplay, with his rhymes and everything. So he's number 4 on my list. Number 3, who I believe was probably going to be in everybody's top 5 somewhere on the list, and that's Nas. It's Nas. To me, he destroyed Jay-Z on Ether. He got a few of the greatest hip hop albums ever. Illmatic.
It is written.
It is written is a good one. Stillmatic wasn't bad either.
Stillmatic was actually
A lot of great hits, a lot of songs, a lot of albums. My number 2. My friend gonna get me for this, but my number 2, I'm putting Tupac. Tupac is my number 2. This is correct, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, the Notorious B.I.G. is not in my top 5. He is not in my top 5. As great as he was as an artist,
You want body of work on
from
it?
just 2 albums, I just can't put you. And there were 2 great albums.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 awesome, off the chain. In my lifetime, Ready to Die. Not in my lifetime.
Life to Death.
Whole bunch of great
Yeah.
features.
Just a whole,
Yeah,
a lot of great features.
Total, Junior Mafia.
Flavor in Your Ear, the remix of that one. I mean, he was on Reasonable Doubt. He was on that John Brooklyn
Bad Boy was a force altogether.
Yeah, at that point.
Bad Boy was a big force in hip
But he is not in my top 5, people.
All right.
Do not
There we go with number 1.
chew me out for this. But Tupac, number 2. Machiavelli. I mean, classic songs. And I mean, just as far as his mindset, I mean, he wrote Brenda Got a Baby when he was 18.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
I mean, who thinks like that at that young of an age? Brenda's Got a Baby, Dear Mama, changes. We're going to do that right now.
Well, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not to get political, but we're going to do that stuff right now.
A lot of people.
So many tears.
Like I said, Pop was a great lyricist.
Along with it, Mormon.
Just like we talk about Kurt Cobain,
Hit him up.
we don't know what he could have been.
Yeah, it's a sad
Cause-
He was only 25. Imagine what he would be doing if he was. I
Because
mean,
like to
if he
me,
had lived.
So was weird. I thought he was way older than that because I was so young.
He was 25. I might was still a baby, dog.
cause look,
Hanging with the wrong crowd, people.
trying to be something he ain't. He know what he want to become.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that in another episode. Well, we can get into it now. Pac could have been a great revolutionary person,
Okay.
but 1 minute you doing stuff like Brenda has a baby, all the good uplifting stuff.
Yeah.
But then the next minute you calling everybody bitches, hoes, fuck you, fuck
Hit
this,
'em up.
that. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah.
You have
He
to
took
choose a side.
I ain't gonna lie. Hit him up. You went too far, bro. You started talking about taking this man, killing his kids and stuff. Like,
I'm
come
like,
on, bro.
Well, I mean, how would you feel if you feel like if you genuinely thought the person that you were talking to tried to kill you?
I mean,
But still but if you hear like a lot of people, De La Soul, I was watching Drink Champs the other day. Pop was kind of a sensitive dude. And he could be easily, from what I heard from a lot of people, if he thought you did something wrong or said something wrong, it was like he was done with you for the longest time. Even though he genuinely would love the work different artists and stuff did and stuff, but he was kind of wore his heart on the sleeve. That's why he had a lot of beef with a lot of different people. Like you say, look, he was with Digital Underground at first. He used to hang with Tribe. He used to, like, he's not the only one that's done stuff like that. Nas does stuff like Pac does. A lot of uplifting stuff and all that kind of stuff, but Pac is another what could have been. That's why sooner or later we have to reevaluate what's your top 5 rappers. Because we do have a lot of good new rappers out here. Well, I ain't going to say the newest ones.
Nah, not them.
I ain't going to say this mumble rapper.
We got the Kendricks and the
J. like the Kendricks and the J. Cole's and even Drake. We can kind of put them up there, kind of. But let me not cut you off anymore. What's the rest of it?
You good? My number 1. My friend told me he's gonna clown me for this when he sees this, but I'm still gonna put him up here because it's my list. It's my opinion.
Your list,
and to me, he is the rap god. I'm going with Slim Shady, Eminem, Marshall Mathers, whatever you want to call him. I gotta put him at number 1.
Dude got some bars.
That man got some bars.
He does.
Don't nobody won't be with Eminem. I'm tell you, not lyrically. I'm tell you this right now. You don't want it.
Yeah.
If you have not heard Rap God, I need you to
because
go.
Eminem is willing to scrape the bottom of the barrel to insult you.
Yeah.
He willing to say like the dirtiest thing he can possibly say. And
I need you to go on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Pay, whatever you got, and listen to Rap
But
God.
even the other ones.
This is something he's did in his older age. Not even including.
We ain't talking about the Marshall Mathers LPs.
Man,
Eminem
Show
was one of the best albums ever.
All that stuff.
Till I Collapse.
Relapse.
Till I Collapse.
Yeah.
Dude,
bruh, that was
that's
the
what
hardest
you
jump.
play right there before you go work out.
There you go.
Before I go
That-
lift
it's
weights.
a workout
For the
list.
game.
Even though
bro.
I had lifted weights a long time, it's like straight motivation.
Man,
Yeah.
straight motivation, dog.
Yeah.
Straight motivation.
Yeah.
Every
Till I
time.
Collapse is still my favorite. He got Rest in Paradise and Nate Dogg, who's on the track.
One of my favorite Eminem songs is When I'm Gone. The one where he talks about his relationship with his daughter.
That's on the Eminem show.
No, that was, I don't even remember which album it was on. He might have put it out on his greatest his album. It's like one of just additional singles. It wasn't on Eminem show though, but that was one of my favorite Eminem songs, bro. Just to hear him talk about pretty much what it's like being an entertainer and you still trying to be there for your family at the same time. Like that was just some real stuff to me.
Man, dude, he literally murdered Jay-Z on his own.
On his own track.
He did.
One of the greatest albums Jay-Z put out.
Yeah. Blueprint.
Jay-Z's,
Renegade.
well, arguably Jay-Z's best album. Some people might say that, or you might say Reasonable Doubt.
Probably.
I would say usually you would probably choose between those two. Most people out there.
The way he flowed on that joint, it was just great.
Was.
If I could rap like that,
I know his entire verse on that.
like to me, it's like a modern day Shakespeare. Jesus Christ, the King of these latter day saints here. That man just kept going and going. It's like, Jay-Z, why you on this goddamn song?
And that's what I understand with that track. Like I know Eminem sent you his part of the track, and I was like, you didn't think?
You think you
I
should
need
rewrite
to rewrite my junk because this man finna just
This
bust me
man
out.
like murder. Now he could have been on there like he did because I'm a motherfucker. I mean, because I'm a renegade. Because I know we can't cuss. We gonna get blurted out on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. Well, we can't say the F word. We could curse, but we can't be saying the F word.
You see that call me a menace? Yeah, he crushed it. That was crazy.
I don't care about him being white either. Like I don't care. Like,
I don't care. We talking about skills.
Flow,
straight up skills.
Can't deny the main skill. You cannot deny.
If that's the case, well, even though black people did kind of invent rock and roll, but still,
they did. Chuck Berry.
Well, actually, the first rock and roll album was actually Ike Turner. Back in 19.
Muddy Waters, we couldn't consider him
Actually,
rock?
believe it or not, it was actually
this
this black
blues.
lady who played rock and roll gospel. I can't think of her name right now. Me and Torrance watched a documentary about her, and she started like back in the 40s.
Yeah, I think.
Crazy like that. She was playing like a guitar in church, but she was like.
Ike was the first one to go commercial.
Okay, I can dig it.
Like
I
to be like a chart topper.
Oh, okay.
It was almost like the Chuck Berry kind of thing. But we'll get back into that. We get to another episode.
I can already say it's gonna be a good one. I know my top 5.
I got.
What's up?
Well, we talked about the guitarists, and And I didn't realize I left him off.
Who?
Dude from the Isley Brothers, bro.
His brother,
Ernie Isley?
yeah, his brother, yeah.
Ernie Isley, yeah.
Yeah.
And he played with Jimmy. He learned from Jimmy.
He was
Ain't that
actually
something?
he was actually one of them bass guitars.
Yeah.
Was Jimmy the
With
bass
who?
guitar for them?
Well, who?
Well, I'm thinking about Boosie.
You know everything about Boosie. I think Ernie Isley played with the Jimmy. If it wasn't the Jimmy Henson Experience, it might have been a band of Gypsies. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
Maybe
'cause
wrong.
I was
Fact check that. I know y'all gonna fact check the hell out of us.
it was the Isley Brothers. It was the Isley
I gotta
Brothers.
consult the old Google machine. But I'm gonna do that after I do this
Let's
list.
see what the villain got.
No, Boosie was with James Brown. I'm
Yeah,
getting that
Boosie
confused.
was with
Hold on.
James Brown.
I'm getting Boosie with James Brown.
Let me see.
So
Yeah, okay.
I think Jimmy was with James Brown too. Cause
May have been.
he put Jimmy out.
he may have been.
You know, he ain't want nobody that's gonna upstage him.
Oh yeah, you know that wasn't gonna happen. Not with the greatest show in the world, James Brown, greatest showman of all time, the Godfather of Soul. So you want me to go?
That's
So
actually
you gonna
pretty
go.
crazy.
While you researching.
It said Hendrix was 10 years older than Ernie, but he used to stay in the back room at the Isley house.
Okay.
I dive in. I've fallen out of love with rap so tough over these past couple of years.
Yeah, it
But
is.
there are certain. It is what it is.
So much trash.
It's a few bright lights out there. It's a few gems out there where most of the entire thing is there. But that's my old one. Here we go. My top 5 rappers of all time. Number 5 is gonna be like I think the team of Outcasts. I think together they're great, or separately they're great. Together they are phenomenal. Then we're gonna talk about that a little bit later in one of our lists. But I think together Outkast as an MC tandem deserves to be on my top 5. You know what I mean? It's like a hard. I know that one is more lyrically inclined. The other one's kind of more.
They are a team, though.
Yeah, they're a team though. You know, they kind of feed off each other in a lot of their songs, so like their styles really complement each other. So my number 5 is going with Outkast. Number 4, I'm going to go with Eminem. Eminem, I was a fan of Eminem since I heard the Marshall Mathers LP. I thought he had this weird kind of raucous, in-your-face style of rap. He was saying things that black folks really weren't saying or really wasn't even thinking about to say. But he brought that flavor. But the thing was, he got lyrics.
And he
Like
was
you
produced
said,
by
and he
Dre.
was produced by Dre. So
And
he
the
was
kid
back.
who instantly looked right in.
He was instantly vouched for.
And they connected with
Dre,
him, too.
who is
Because they look like him.
possibly the best producer of all time.
I would agree.
I would put him
He would
even
be number
between
1.
him and Timbaland for
Timbaland,
me.
Timbaland would be 2. Dre would be 1.
No.
Dre would be 1.
No.
We're gonna talk.
Dre.
That's another
No.
list. We're gonna talk about that. We're
Bro,
gonna
this
talk
man
about that.
did the Chronic, Doggy Style.
He did 2 or 3
N-
albums that was
NWA.
legendary.
NWA.
Look,
I
listen,
knew it.
NWA.
He did,
And all Eminem stuff.
he did some iconic.
Probably Get Rich or Die Trying.
He did some iconic albums. But if you don't have Pharrell,
They in there.
Kanye,
They up there.
they before Timbaland and when
I don't know about that, bro.
no, cause Dre has iconic albums. Look, Chronic,
Man,
the
dog.
Chronic, he only made 2 albums basically himself.
But
It
I
was
said
the
that's
Chronic
produced in 2001.
in
we know.
2001. Okay. But
Yeah.
how many? He's got an iconic sound. But how many people go to Dre now and be like, "Hey, I need to collaborate you on the album"?
Well, people who still got a Timbaland though.
People still go to Pharrell. Pharrell got songs I ain't know he made. That's why him and Chaz in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Chad in the Hall of Fame. They got songs from everything. Kanye, everybody know where Kanye came from.
I mean, Kanye, you can't even knock on
Look.
that man at all.
Oh, ever.
Then you got what's his name who passed away? Jay Dilla. You got Jay Dilla before he passed away. Iconic. He did stuff with Tribe and all them.
DJ Khaled,
He's like the
he got a
kinda
lot of
new-
his though, bro.
Yeah, he's got a lot of new school.
Don't,
hits.
hey,
We the
But
best.
Rick
but
Ross,
still,
Drake, Wayne, Man and
Yes.
Fresh.
this
See,
is
we're
what I'm
gonna do a
finna say.
top 5 producers on the show.
I think we just named about 10. We didn't just did 10, the top 10 right
But the
there.
top 5, Pharrell and Kanye not up there because Jay Dilla, they changed sound of rap. when you think of DJ Khaled, you don't think about somebody
Well, I just
who's
named. I'm gonna
changed.
say he's in top 5.
You would think about
I mean,
Dre is up there, but still, since the '90s, other than Eminem,
It's gonna be a long episode.
and
I'm still on number 4.
since Eminem, dude,
I
since
love these
Eminem,
Kendrick.
it's not all Dre though. Kendrick got a lot of
It's
this
not
shit.
all not Dre either though.
Because even a lot of Kendrick has ghostwriters too, just like a lot of them do. But that don't mean he still ain't cold as hell. Because a lot of old school rappers have ghostwriters and people who used to write their lyrics. So that goes into another. Because people gonna say, well, some of y'all top MCs probably had ghostwriters, but you know what? Some of them did, some of them don't. It didn't matter because even back in the day, a lot of people who famous and who the artists who rap it didn't write it no way. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish the rappers.
That's gonna be a great. We need.
I
to do a top
can't believe
producer.
y'all said Dre. Dre is probably in the top 6, but he's not in the
Top
5.
6, bro.
Dude,
As a producer.
tell me.
That's brutal.
That's what I'm telling you,
That's
man.
brutality
He
right
has iconic albums. NWA, iconic. Chronic Doggy Style,
I
iconic.
mean, he did Easy Does It.
But look at
Straight out of Compton.
exactly. But look at the total work.
Michelet, the DOC,
Exactly. All his boys. It's like DJ Paul.
Bud Law.
It's like DJ Paul and them. Him and Juicy produced a lot of good shit.
Of course, you know he did the Chronic.
You know what I'm saying?
Doggy Style.
But as far as like music producers,
Dog Pound.
if we going all around
Prince.
music,
California Love.
Shut up, Brandon.
dude, you gotta go look at what's his name for Backstreet. What's the boy name? Who knew Jay
Teddy
Swing?
Riley.
Teddy Riley, one of the top producers of all time.
But he not better than Dre.
Dude, it might start the whole era. New
Oh.
Jack Swing.
And he started
Work.
the G-Funk.
Who?
Dre.
Dr. Dre?
G-Funk era, bro. That's Dre. Nate Dogg, all them folk. Warren G.
Yeah, Warren G is the only person I heard G for that. Snoop Dogg, but there was a gangster rap era.
He's only on number 4, people.
Dude. I'm telling you.
He did tracks on Nas, It Was
Dre.
Written,
If we pull up,
Scarface,
let's put him versus Pharrell.
Who?
Dre versus Pharrell.
Corrupt.
Jay versus Pharrell. Jay versus Pharrell. Dre versus Pharrell.
Yeah, Ice Cube.
I'm telling
All right, look, you gotta look up for real, John, too.
Exhibit.
Dude, do I need to
E.
look
Brandon,
up
look up
Pharrell?
for real.
D12.
Doc.
I'm finna look him up. Did Busta Rhymes. Of course, you know he did Nate Dogg, Warren G.
all the West
Devin the
Coast.
Dude.
You talking about, but we gonna look at producers all the way around.
No, he did 50 Cent.
Pharrell, from
Mary J.
Jay-Z
Blige,
to Snoop.
The Gang did. He did the whole documentary just about.
Y'all want to look
You
up
can't,
for
but
real.
I'm not gonna. I ain't gotta look up
What's up with
Pharrell.
Bob D.
I ain't
He's just
gotta
going,
look
he's
up
just going
Pharrell.
off.
Young Buck.
Would you look up? I'm gonna do this.
Talk about Michael Jackson, Prince, CeeLo,
Okay, here we go. I got you, bro. I got you.
Pharrell, Justin Timberlake. You know the Neptune sound when you hear it.
That is true.
Exactly.
I mean, they play Happy. They still playing Happy.
And most folks don't even know that was CeeLo's song. He gave it to Pharrell.
All right, Pharrell Williams. Let's see what he
The
got.
Neptunes, Hall of Famer. Dude, the albums and shit Pharrell has crossed over to pop, rap, everything that him and Chad.
Let me do Neptunes instead of.
He left Teddy Riley and them. He's the one that helped Timberland. He's the one that helped Timberland. They all from the same little area. Him and Chad won a high school contest, but started working with Teddy Riley and them, and they was like, nah, we finna do our own thing. They just got inducted to the Hall of Fame like a year or two ago for all their #1 hits and work they do. We can put in Pharrell songs, Pharrell produced, but go on with the rest of your stuff. We ain't not finna sit. We finna go ahead.
I love this show. I love this show so much.
We finna go ahead and move on to the rest of your.
All right, here we go.
I didn't know he did T.I.'s on the series.
Dude, Pharrell, we gonna talk about super producers. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna say don't go to Netflix. They have a hellified documentary on hip hop. And it breaks it down to the South where people we talk about 3-6 Mafia and stuff, they talking about them and Memphis raps. They talk about the top 5 greatest producers. And if you ain't got them 4 or 5 people I'm talking about, and guess who ain't on there? Top 5 greatest producers. Dre ain't on there.
I mean, that's their opinion, just like this is our opinion.
They got West Coast. They got West Coast.
So they got R. Kelly on there?
And they got West Coast hip hop and East Coast hip hop. But when they talked about super producers, Timbaland, Pharrell, Jay Dilla, who was the other? Teddy Riley. That's who they talked about.
That's fine. Dre still the best.
Cause I ain't gonna say that. Cause hell, we could go to New Orleans, like I said, Manny Fresh, Beats by the Pound. Let's go to New Orleans side with that bounce music.
Hey,
How Manny Fresh came down there with that bounce music. Master P in there, Beats by the Pound. We could go producers.
And while you playing, Juicy and Paul, they ain't no joke either, dog.
I ain't say Juicy Paul. I know Juicy and Paul because that's why Juicy get paid. That's why Juicy have these songs now.
Man, look here, dog.
He getting paid.
We've been going about 20 minutes, dog.
I love this show.
Hey, go ahead and
Here we
finish
go.
your top 5,
Number
man.
3, we going with Scarface.
I'm gonna make mine short because I got 2 or 3 of them. These gentlemen have already.
It's all good. I'm gonna go with Scarface. It's gonna be number 3. Number 2 is gonna be Tupac. Just longevity, poetry. Before I knew what poetry was like, hood poetry was. I'm trying to regret it. That was awesome. What just happened? I'm glad that was on tape.
A lot of great songs. Like never had a friend like me.
And number 1, I'm gonna go with Nas. I thought he was one of the first people, like on a grand scale, to tell that hood life in a story mode that anybody could listen to it. It was hard, but it wasn't too graphic. You know what I mean? It was graphic, but it wasn't too graphic. You know what I mean? It painted a picture that you can tell exactly what was happening, but it didn't go over the top with it. I still think Nas is still to this day one of the best MCs ever.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gonna get my number 1. And notice that Jay-Z did not make mine. Kanye was in there with honorable mention. To me, I think Jay-Z's earlier stuff.
Pre-Kim Kardashian Kanye.
Oh yeah, of course. Like I think like the college trilogy is one of the best ones.
Well, since you saying that, Kanye is in my top 5.
I can dig it.
That's fine. No problem.
Yeah, he was right outside of mine. I was just saying to say I'm not really.
Not the new Kanye though.
I wasn't a huge Jay-Z fan. I was when I heard Reasonable Doubt. Like you said, I thought the Blueprint was hot. Parts of The Gift and the Curse were all right. You know what I mean?
Black Album was good.
I'm gonna say this. Oh my God, this is gonna be the most. I probably shouldn't say this on the show, but really overrated. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think. I'm not. That's not saying he isn't great. I think his older stuff was so great that it carried over to like he's like still like the GOAT. It's like he ain't though.
No, it's what we just got through all about.
What's that?
He had the fucking super producers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's true.
He
had
Pharrell did Beautiful.
He had Kanye. Everybody know Kanye sound. He had Kanye.
His Blueprint. That's all Kanye.
Pharrell. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is.
He had that. The girl never changed. Putting them old soul beats would do. That's straight Kanye. I'm sorry.
Big Pimp.
Kanye made
great. This top 5
now
is
look.
great.
Jay-Z, Dead Presidents is my favorite, and will always be my favorite Jay-Z song. His rapping in that junk,
flawless.
Great. It's like perfect. Even though I love the Blueprint album, it's in my top 5 albums. But
Dead Presidents is
dude, I could have rapped off Kanye beats.
That's definitely his best song.
What?
Dead President?
Oh yeah, no question. No question.
I could have rapped off Kanye beats. Kanye just, it was something different. Kanye was just something different. So, are you finished? That was it?
So, yes.
All right,
Damn.
so mine in no particular order. Just like these gentlemen.
It's gonna be good.
I've already had Nas. I'm not going to say what order because
And
Nas.
see, you always do that. See, that's how you try to escape it.
No.
No particular order.
He do that. He
No,
do that every
'cause
time.
Here we go.
the
Let me
reason
take
I
a
say
sip out of
that-
my
no.
drink, made by style like
No,
a boss Austria.
because reason I say this, because
Check 'em out.
it's kind of hard, but reason I say no particular order, because y'all already kind of said it, because Nas right here, you can look, he would be my number one.
Okay.
It is written, like I said, If I Rule the World, Street Dreams, Black Girl Lost, that's my favorite Nas album. Great. All right. My number two got to be Kanye. The whole college dropout trilogy before, like I said, he went into his little mode with his mom
Now,
passing
hold
away
on,
and stuff.
cause My Dark Twisted Fantasy, that joint is also a classic.
That, like I said, but that
That's
ain't.
like his fifth one.
I know
Like,
exactly what you're
I
talking
love
about.
all. I
Power
love.
Woman. You ain't like that joint?
I like all of them.
I didn't like it better than 808s and Heartbreaks.
I like the
Okay,
one with
wait.
like flashing light, whatever.
That one is awesome,
flashing
yeah.
lights.
That's
and
probably
all
my
that.
I think
favorite
that's Graduation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, graduation. Like I said, I had a little graduation, college dropout, and late registration. Them the greatest ones he's ever done. Everybody, all the other albums got songs here and there. All right, gotta go Eminem. When I first heard Eminem, about every album he had until like the G Unit phase of Eminem passed till I Collapse. After the Eminem show and till I Collapse, kind of stopped listening to him, but M still one of the best rappers of all time. I have to go old school with the other one. I'm gonna say Rakim. Here
Yes.
B,
Yes.
Paid in Full. Even the 18th Letter was actually my first Rakim album. The 18th Letter. When he came back out in about 92 or 3, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. These last ones, I'm going to have to put Big and Tupac together.
Okay.
I thought he was gonna say Project Pat.
No, it's coming that way. It's coming that way. Big and Tupac come together. I ain't going to explain, but these last one, two more people I'm going to have to put together as lyricists. Because I'm going to explain why. Project Pat and A-Ball MJG. I'm going to have to put them together the way they tell stories when they rap.
Yeah.
It's almost like
the best storyteller.
it's almost like Slick Rick. Sometimes when Slick Rick be rapping like Children's Story, he tell this story about dude running from the cops, robbing people and stuff like that. Project Pat, A-Ball MJG with pimps, man, Mr. Big, Project Pat,
Space
all
Age,
his
baby.
stuff. Like I said, Project Pat telling the story. We could get gangsters telling the story about, doing the drug deal. And the whole song is about him just telling the story with a cold ass beat.
Here goes a stupid
Everything
question. What is
there.
your theme music?
Oh, everybody know Gorilla.
Gorilla. That's like his
That's
theme
one of the
music.
coldest songs
So you
ever
know.
made.
So you
Even
know
though
what?
I would never put my hand on a woman,
Yes.
but if I could,
No.
it'd be like Project Pat Gorilla Pimp. But hey,
So you know I got Mortal Kombat. Jackson's my main. So one of his, you can name your variations. One of my
Yes.
variations is named Gorilla Pimp.
It's a gorilla pimp.
Yeah.
Just straight
Okay.
smacking around. Just straight gorilla pimping.
but yeah, that's my top 5. Just for storytelling, A-Ball, MJG, Project Pat is up there because they different for just rapping different words
I feel you,
being together.
yeah.
They can rap and tell a story where it's just cold ass beat and you
I'm
just
gonna let
listen
you
to
know
it.
right now, bro. You are gonna get a lot of comments for putting in your top 5 MCs all time.
Well, Project Pat. Hey, I'm from Memphis.
We
I'm
from Memphis, baby.
man.
It is what it
Don't
is.
get me wrong, I love Mr. Project Pat. I got that Mr. Don't Play. I play that joint all the time.
Hey, that man, if you listen to like all this, like Mr. Don't Play, one of the top albums of all time, you can't find a bad song on it. You really can't.
I'm on your side on that.
I
I
can't
can't
even find a bad song.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we're going to end this segment of the top 5 rap. Like I said, it's our opinion. I'm from Memphis. I got to throw a Memphis rapper up there. And a Memphis rapper who can flow and like change the game and storytell. Almost like what you said about Nas. Like Black Girl Lost. That's a story about a black girl trying to be young and fast and stuff, get out there in them streets. And guess what happened? She get lost in them streets.
Streets do.
Man,
That was actually
that's
really
like,
good.
oh yeah.
That might have been the best first question. That was great.
Oh yeah, it's up there.
That was
But like I said, so you can't just put words to sound alike together or mumble like some of these folks be doing now. Tell a story. Everything I want to hear don't have to be shake your ass every minute. Let me get some head. Let me sell some dope every 2 seconds. Or shoot a gun every 2 seconds.
This is true.
But like I said, it was hard. It's a lot of people I could have put up there, man. But all right, it's a whole bunch of people. Like Fiend, Mystical. Mystical was a good rapper. Fiend, just a whole bunch of people. Lyrically.
The moment I say something, so shoot out.
Look at Busta Rhymes. Lyrically, it's a good.
We talk about that later on.
Hey man, look, Tribe
It's
Called.
gonna be a good one.
The whole group Tribe Called Q-Tip and them.
Yeah.
It's
The Low
a
End Theory is one of
it's
my
a whole
favorite,
whole bunch of folks we could have put up there.
Most there.
Deadable Planets.
Most definitely, like I said, hell, we go eat Black Thought stuff like that. Man, it's too many. Honestly, it's just too damn many.
Ladies
I'm ready to change my top 5 already.
See?
Shit. Yeah, let me.
Let's go ahead and go to the P.O. box.
Hey, even Lil Kim. Hey, Queen Latifah.
MC Light.
What you like? I get it.
To me, greatest female rapper. I don't care what nobody say. Even though she sang too. Lauryn Hill. I don't care. I'm saying Lauryn
I
Hill.
don't even consider her a rapper.
She can rap though. So I'm
She
putting Lauryn Hill
can
number
rap,
one.
but I don't even
And she
consider
good
her a
at it
rapper.
too.
She is good.
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Probably like
One of the greatest
greatest album.
albums of all time. Every one of the Grammys. She's another one could have been because I know.
Yeah, that's true.
I know.
She
I
probably
know.
would make. She probably be. If we made a top 5 female MCs, it's gonna be a very. She might make honorable mention.
Because I
The
know.
body of work just ain't there.
I know
Bad
Robert.
part because the genius is, but the body of work is.
Robert Glasper. I kind of hate he said that about it. I watched the interview he
MC
did
Light got to work though.
because Robert Glasper was like their band.
So
If you never listen to Robert Glasper Experience,
But the EN99.
and man,
Hey, who forget? Hey, Ron Diggle was alright.
man, right there, Foxy Brown,
Hey, he had work.
Lil
Yeah.
Kim, Mia X.
I used to be a huge Foxy Brown fan. I keep forgetting how much of a Foxy Brown fan.
And I had to, you know what? I even have to put Megan Thee Stallion up
I'll be good. That was another
She's-
song that Foxy Brown
I
song.
don't know about that one
there.
yet.
No, I'm
Let's
telling
see
you,
some.
she's a little bit different.
She like Trina.
She's a little bit raunchier than Trina was. And she got some, even though some of the stuff she talked about is the
Tic Tac for
same.
Trina for me.
I don't know about that because I looked at her NPR. I never listened to her until I watched NPR Tiny Desk. If you never watched NPR Tiny Desk, you don't know what you missed. I watched NPR Tiny Desk, and man, like I said, she pretty good. Even though her lyrics raunchy, they still kind of tell a story a little bit sometimes, a little bit, but she's up there. She's up there. But no, like Tyler the Creator's another good hip hop dude, but he's a little bit different.
Alchemist.
All right, man. You know what?
RZA too.
It's so much.
RZA got work.
It's so many, man.
Can't,
Like I said, it's our preference.
how you put
Whatever you guys want to, y'all do y'all preference. Cause like I said, man, it's just too many folks.
Oh, this isn't over. You think this is the beginning? Everything we do is music related, so this is gonna be. It's gonna be a
All
trip.
right, so we're down to our next segment, the pick one.
It's gonna be a good one.
All right, you gotta pick one. No Limit or Cash Money.
I'll dive in first. I'm gonna go ahead and go with No Limit. I think they were one of the first family, like rap families, as far as that. But all their albums, what I thought was so unique. The only features they had on their albums were by other people from No Limit. They kept all that in house. I can't think of that many groups or rap families where I had so many of their CDs. I had Charge It to the Game. We had
Great album.
which one had Swamp Down on it? True to the Game. That wasn't True to the Game.
TRU.
Yeah, TRU. You had True to the Game. You had Ice Cream Man. When Mystical came
Ice
along,
Cream Man?
bruh.
What you know about
When
that,
Mystical
man?
came along, Fiend. You had, like you said, Mia X,
Mr. Servo.
Mr. Sermon, Womp Womp. You had all.
Young Dro.
No Limit.
No, I mean, what's
Man.
it Young? What's his name?
Who?
Young Dro.
No, Young Drones.
No, it's what's his name? Go ahead. They had so many people.
They had like a family of people. Even when I wasn't really a big fan when Snoop Dogg came along, I was just trying to sign people at that point. But No Limit. If I'm picking between Cash, now don't get me wrong, my favorite one of Cash Money was actually BG. Out of the original No Limit, of course, I think Lil Wayne, Cash Money. I mean, and Cash Money kind of as they kind of grew up, I think Wayne kind of took his place as the best one. I was a huge Juvie fan. That 400 Degrees album.
400 Degrees.
Young Bleed, that's what I was saying.
Young Bleed, I'm with you.
Young Bleed, how you do that there?
So you had, like I said, that 400 Degrees album. I was a huge BG fan, and then Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Manny Fresh is actually pretty good, another good producer as well. So if I got to go between those two,
dude, Birdman and them, man, big timers, man. They
Who you picking,
man? You know what? I gotta go with No Limit.
Okay.
No Limit. Dude, P was the man. He was
Hey,
the
that
first
Silk the
rapper.
Shocker junk. That Silk the Shocker album.
A man can't even rap, but that shit was cold.
That junk was cold.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Cold
That was. It ain't my fault.
Man.
Yeah.
Just be straight with me. It ain't
Oh
my fault.
God.
Just Lord.
Yeah.
The song with Maya.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Oh man.
I'm singing it in my head.
Yeah, it's in my head. You know what? I gotta pull it up.
No, I'm thinking about shit. No, I'm thinking about the one with Jada Kids, The Best of Me. I just finished looking at the one with Silk the Shocker with the. I can tell you what the
Let
video
me hit
is.
it. Let me hit it.
No, that wasn't the one with Maya.
No, Let Me Hit It is on that album.
I said the one with Maya was when I was in high school and she was dating a basketball player, but he was cheating with other chicks and Silk swiped the girl and came
Hey, who was
in
on
and
that
got her.
Ghetto Superstar with her? Who was on that junk with her?
Pros.
Yeah,
I'm a soldier. Throw up your hood.
Which
If you
one?
don't,
Now I
if
gotta
you
find
gotta.
Silk and Maya's joint.
Why y'all do that? My answer. So it's a two-part question to me. If you just talking about straight Cash Money versus like No Limit Soldiers or whatever, I'm gonna go with No Limit. But if you talk about just as a whole,
Moving
As
on.
a whole.
I'm
Moving
going
on.
with Cash Money then, cause to me, by himself, Lil Wayne gonna tip the scale in Cash Money's favor.
Okay, I'm with you.
That's the
I'm
only
with you.
reason why I would pick Cash Money is
Moving on.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
moving
Carter's
on.
the Carter's 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Like them Johns gonna
Who's one
tip.
to go DJ on it? That was a Carter 2.
That was 2.
That was the best one to me.
That was 2.
To me, that was the best one. After that, he just started having so many mixtapes after that.
3 was tied too. That's the one with A Millie on it.
I don't know why.
I just say Carter's 1, 2, and 3.
I actually bought the Carter 2. Bought the Carter 2, and I thought that was one of those CDs from. If it was 10 tracks, I liked 9 of them.
Hey, some of the mixtapes he put out though. Them
Oh,
was
yeah.
better than
Yeah.
his
King Kong in the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that. I'm with it.
Yeah.
So you pick. So who you picking? You picking
I said
Cash Money.
Cash Money.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Only because of Wayne.
I'm gonna break the tie.
Hopefully he stopped drinking that purple before he ended up killing himself.
I'm gonna go with No Limit.
You said that
You
already.
know it. You went second.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah. But
I
no,
was just interjecting.
It ain't
See,
your fault.
we were just flowing.
It ain't your
that's
fault.
the great thing about this. We have
We
no
just wrong.
idea what's on anybody else's sheets, anybody else's notes. This is just.
So it's
It's
no
What's
shooting.
what's the next pick one you got there, Craig?
Next pick was
Oh my God! It's gonna break the show.
Tupac or Biggie. Which one you got? Who you got?
I gotta go with the one who was more lyrical. Who was more lyrical? Who am I gonna say?
Pop.
There you
You
go.
gotta be Tupac.
There you go. Gotta go with the one that was more lyrical.
This is you gonna pick Tupac.
Like I said,
But
Biggie
Biggie
was that
is-
way.
That man
Said,
charisma, dog. His style on the mic, dog. Like, it's hard to-
That was Notorious Thugs of Bone.
Yeah.
That's one of the best tracks ever.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
Juicy. It was all a dream.
This is the best way I can answer this question.
It was
Which one
just
did
2
I-
minutes.
Which one did I like? Originally, the first playthrough, it was probably Pop, because I mean he was just hotter at that point in time. He was like real like gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like real like gangster rap. And then the older I became, I understood his poetry and he was before his time. But Biggie became like that grown folks chill rap. You know what I'm saying?
Biggie had way better production.
Get
Way
money.
better.
Get
Way
money.
better.
Way better. It's not even quite. That's not
But
even
like I
question.
said, him and the Junior Mafia get money. Yeah, everybody here with them Lil Kim, Lil C's. Just, I might have to go Biggie. I have to choose Biggie.
That's fine.
Just to go back and think of, like I said, Pac got all the classic songs, this and that, but
I don't think I
like
picked,
you said,
I was gonna pick Biggie too. I think I enjoyed this.
Biggie was a force.
See, y'all just gonna leave me on my own again?
Nah, see, that was for the Christmas
Yeah, I
story.
feel-
That's from the Christmas
Oh
story.
my goodness.
I don't do me like that.
Oh, yeah.
But
Still trash.
but for real, Biggie was a
Trash.
force, man. Like I said, all them great songs he did, and for being a big dude that was cross-eyed
That's what
and
it was,
everything,
I was thinking, yeah,
everybody still loved him, man.
Yeah.
He had that charisma.
He still had someone like Faith. Was
Yeah, like I
gorgeous.
said,
Kim too.
Kim. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my thing. Like you said, he was.
And
There.
that's-
He even said that I'm an ugly fat black dude, and I still got all the chicks.
it was just like Pac. He was too wishy-washy. Like I said earlier, one minute you got Brenda's got a baby, next minute you talking about fuck these bitches stuff. Okay, how
Yeah,
you gonna uplift a woman and turn her
Yeah.
ass down at the same time?
Okay.
Honestly, in my life, I ain't never called a woman a bitch, even if she done made me mad.
Even she
and
had it
everything.
coming.
I ain't never called a woman out of her name, bitch, hoe, anything. I've always wanted to be
True story.
positive. I don't care how mad I'm at you. I never call you out your name.
Kill him
Ne-
with
never
kindness.
put them hands on.
Yeah, never put your
See?
hands on. Like I said, I would want to be a gorilla pimp. That ain't gonna happen. Never. But
See,
see, that's the only
crackheads
thing
really
I ain't like
tensicles.
about Pop, because that's the kind of person I am.
I
I
can
just
dig it.
be who you want to be. You've always been this positive dude all this time. That all of a sudden you over here. Like I said, I don't know. That's why I pick big on this. So
All right.
you pick
I picked Biggie too.
pick big too.
Yeah.
All right. Now this last pick one, we threw a little wrench in it. It's from two people in the same group. It's UGK, the underground
Split
kid.
him
Who
in
you
half.
got? Pimp C or Bun B? Who you got?
I went with Bun B.
Okay. I'm with it. Who you got?
Oh man, that's gonna be hard.
While he's thinking, I'm saying I love Sweet Jane John's
Yeah,
Place
that's
in
what I'm saying,
Paradise. I
Sweet.
love Sweet Jane John. I do like Bun B a little bit more. I think he has a more gritty version of his storytelling. Pimp C is a little smoother what he is. I think one of my favorite songs by them, I said that when one was Diamonds and Wood. Actually, what I was trying to say was High Life. High Life is one of my favorite
Oh,
songs by
okay.
UGK. They're both excellent storytellers. It's really, really hard, like break, like putting Ball and G together. But I like his storytelling, his version better. I'm gonna go with Bun B as well.
Like I said,
Finally got one.
it's probably gonna be a three-way. Like I said, Pimp C, Tell Me Something Good. One of my favorite songs.
He's a porno star. Sweet Jane John's a
Yeah,
porno star.
everything. Just, I'm gonna have to go Bun B. We probably gonna have to go through because even on his features with other artists,
Yeah, he kills features. though.
Bun B does pretty damn well.
Yeah. It's the voice too. He got like a unique voice. Like you know who that is the moment he start rapping. You know exactly who Bun
Yeah.
is. Like that lazy ass Texas. That shit is killer. That shit's killer. So yeah, we going three for the Bun?
Yeah, we're gonna have to give it to the Bun on that one. All right, now this is the second question, which is probably gonna be hard too. Your top 5 rap albums. It's gonna be like the artists. Even though I'll probably go first on this. Even though some of my top 5 albums, there are artists not in my top 5 rappers.
That's fine.
It's not. It's only a couple of them. So I'm gonna go honorable mention for the top 5 albums. It was hard. Honorable mention,
I get
The
it.
Chronic,
I get honorable mentions on mine
I
too.
got one honorable
All right.
mention on mine.
Silk the Shocker, Charge to the Game. I almost put it in my top 5, but I did. The Score from the Fugees
I am
Yeah.
with that. I'm
Yeah.
with that.
should have
I'm
been
with
in my
that.
top 5. I just didn't do it. I don't know why. It was just hard, and I still want to push it up there.
Too many choices, dog.
A-Ball MJG coming out hard. It's an honorable mention. And that's about it. Alright, my number 5 is going to be Jay-Z, The Blueprint.
Okay.
Great song, Cry, Girls, 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 Never Change, Hard to City, you can name it. It was
I
on
mean, the
that
whole
album.
album.
It was on that album.
Whole album. No skips.
Yeah. Nas, it was written. Like I said, this is the first time I heard Nas. I was mentioning some of his songs. If I Rule the World, Street Dreams.
That's probably my favorite Nas song, by the way.
Some of everything. My number 3, Tupac, All Eyes on Me. Most of Pac's most famous songs, most of them are on there. Like I said, All Eyes on Me.
You said it was a double disc too.
Man, just everything. You can think of Pac.
I just remember how that CD
No More Pain.
White and silver cover, but the CD face is white and silver track list.
My number 3 is Kanye West, but I'm putting all 3 of his college albums on there. Late Registration, College Dropout, and Graduation. I'm put them into a triple CD pack, and that's gonna be it. And it was probably gonna be my number 1. I'm sorry, it's up there. It's up there.
Them just got hard, bro.
But my number 1, like I said, I'm from Memphis. Gotta be my man, Project Pat. Cause honestly, being from Memphis, I could have put all 5 3-6
Well,
Mafia.
you thought the Mr. Dumpling album.
Yeah, Mr. Don't Play is just pure Memphis rap perfection.
Also, no skips.
That's true.
Memphis rap
Straight through.
perfection. Or perfection all the way together. It ain't gotta be because they from Memphis. The 3-6 Mafia, I could have did probably 5 of their albums in my top 5.
Let me sing the rhythm.
From the end, World Domination, the most known unknowns. Everybody know that jump with Dope Boy Fresh and everything.
When the smoke clears.
When the smoke clears. Dude,
I thought that was
this Queen.
You know, I thought that was at first when you said that. I was like, dude, you timed that perfect. I thought that was late night tip. I'm about to say you tripping.
Late night tip. Hey, oh man, you know what? I could have did all 5 from Memphis. Hey, even play a fly and 8-ball MJG.
I said it before we started. That's actually one of my honorable mentions.
I could have put that in there, but those are my top 5. With Project Pat putting the Gorilla Pimp down on those albums. But I'm gonna let y'all go next.
I gotta name I'm gonna be like the Kraken. I'm gonna do my honorable mentions.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put Mr. Don't Play in my honorable mentions. I'm also gonna put it in there with Doggy Style, Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City,
Oh yeah, that was good.
Ice Cube's America's Most Wanted. A lot of people might not look at him this way. Just Big Puns, Capital Punishment. If you have not heard that album, you should listen.
I heard some tracks. I never heard the whole album.
I ain't never listened to Big
to the
Pun
track.
other than this.
Don't go by
commercial
the
hits.
commercial hit. The
That's
main he spits on that album, dog. Just listen to it. Get Rich or Die Trying from 50 Cent. And but that's my honorable mentions. But my number 5 album, I gotta go with Kanye West's College Dropout.
Okay.
Just because it's his first one. I mean, you really I could be like the Kraken and do the whole 3 trilogy or whatever, but I'ma just leave it with the College Dropout.
Hey, the best Kanye.
I mean, the best Kanye.
Before his mom passed away.
Before his mom,
kinda
before he
crazy.
got with
What was the one he did after his mom? That was 808s.
808s, and then he did My Dark Twisted Fantasy, and then
Okay.
he did that other guy, Yeezus, I think.
Yeah.
My number 4, carving out the Kraken, but with a different group. I'm gonna do Outkast, Southern Playlist, Cadillac Music, plus AT Aliens, plus Aquemini. All 3 classics. I love all 3. It's timeless. It's gonna never get old. I will always bump it. I will always bump all 3 of them.
All those 3 albums right there, great.
My number 3 is the Blueprint from Jay-Z.
Okay.
Oh, also my honorable mention, I forgot to mention Reasonable Doubt, his first one.
Okay.
Dead President's his best song ever.
Okay.
My number 2 is The Chronic from Dr. Dre.
Dre is good.
That's all you gonna say. Dre is good.
It's good. I had him in my honorable mention, The Chronic, but he's not the best producer out there.
There we go. So we're gonna get started back on this. My number 1, go Illmatic from Nas. I just think his debut, man, it just showed. And I really think it's gonna be funny me saying this. I feel that if Nas had died right after he made Illmatic, that he probably would be. Most people would probably say he's the greatest rapper ever.
I can see that happen. I can see that happen. Okay. We'll dive on into my top 5.
Yeah, make
Going
sure.
on in.
Sure.
Now, one of my honorable mentions is Life After Death. I thought that Biggie album was amazing.
Overrated to die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, that was my first big ass Life After Death.
Yeah, Life After Death was banging.
Two CD discs.
Now, I will give you that All Eyes. I mean, it is on my honorable mention. So it's Doggy Style, a lot of stuff when I was younger. So like I said, a lot of my favorite rap comes from when I was younger because the new stuff just really isn't the business. But go ahead and start on my top 5. Number 5 introduced me to West Coast rap. Hardest shit I'd ever heard at the time, The Chronic. Classic album, timeless. Not more I have to say about it. Number 4 is gonna be Mr. Don't Play from Project Pat. Like you said, you don't have to skip any tracks. Just put that on. You can put it on shuffle. You can start at the beginning. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, you're not gonna land with that song. Yeah, if you want to hear the sound of Memphis, if you are seeing this, you want to know about Memphis rap, listen to that album. There's a couple others we can throw in there too, but start there. That's on my honorable mentions as well. Was Play Fly, Moving On. Yeah, one of my favorite albums.
Fly.
Number 3 and number 2. I'm gonna start number 3. Southern Playlistic Cadillac Music. My second favorite Outkast album. From Funky Ride to Players Ball, to Southern Playlistic. Some of my, even the damn
Crumbling Herb.
Dude, Crumbling Herb. Even the interludes. Some of my favorite interludes of all time. Outkast had a different sound, different feel. My brother Joffrey introduced me to them. I had no idea who they were. But everybody that was in the Dungeon Family, them, the Witch Doctor, all them dudes.
The Dungeon Family all together.
Yeah, they were killer.
And all that.
Yeah.
CeeLo.
So number 2, go right back to the Dungeon Family. Go right back to Outkast, AT-Aliens. Another one of those albums for me, I can just put on and just let it ride. AT-Aliens, from Babylon to Elevators.
I know about Wheels of Steel.
I was just gonna say
Wheels of Steel
on that.
yeah, Jazzy Bell, all that stuff was on there. So love that one, love that album. And number 1, we just said it just got introduced into the Library of Congress. So it is literally an immortal album. It will never go away, and that's Nas's Illmatic. One of the best storytelling albums from the projects that you'll ever hear. It's as graphic and as clean as you want it to be. It does a little bit of both, but it introduces you to a style and a mindset and a lifestyle that a lot of people will experience. And those are really my favorite albums, the ones who you can listen to it and get the experience of where they're from. They Mr. Don't Play album, you want to experience living Memphis, like the harder version of Memphis that you see on the first 48 and stuff, listen to that album. You know what I mean? You want to get the experience.
And one thing that was important for me too was replay value.
Yes,
like a lot of classic albums. I mean, you could do NWA, Straight Outta Compton, like stuff like that, paid in full. But I mean, just the replay value, like
you gotta have them. And the ones that have really like transcended time, 20 years, 30 years, I'm still talking about it. Those are just the greatest albums ever. And to me, Illmatic says it's the king of the mountain. It's the best one going right now. To me, it's
LL Cool J's Radio.
That was the first one, right? The Bad?
Yeah,
that was pretty good. That was actually pretty good. Whew. That was a hell of a run. That actually was a little bit less painless.
It wasn't
the first
painless,
one.
but
the first one was
bad.
First was brutal. That first one was brutal. What we got next, correct?
All right. I'm just thinking about we talked about Wheels of Steel and all that. All right, we're down to our last segment. We're gonna try to finish this up. All right, it's got Who You Got.
Make up your mind.
But you know what? I was looking at this. It probably would be fair on this first one. Well,
yeah, what?
The first Who You Got is Paul and Juicy versus A-Ball and MJG. And I'm thinking about lyricists. Like Paul and Juicy got their work. They's a great producer, but Paul will say himself, he a beat maker. And stuff like that for a rapper. So when it comes to rapping, Baller G is probably going to win this, in my opinion.
Now what you could have did was A-Ball or MJG.
Apology. We have to do a division thing when we just
We
like
just
divide
did Pimp C
everything
or
up.
Bun B.
Yeah.
Who you picking? A-Ball or MJG?
That's gonna be hard.
I can answer both of those.
I can too.
I can too. I'll dive on
I
in.
wonder who your answer
Cause
would
I
be.
don't.
Out of Paul,
I can't see them apart, honestly.
I know it's hard.
Cause
I
tell
mean-
me, how many features have you ever seen them apart on?
Oh yeah, they're always together.
How
They're a
many
real team.
times you ever seen them apart on any song where it's just featuring A-Ball? It's usually or feature MJG. Because even when they were Bad Boy South, they was always together.
Still need to pick one though.
I'm gonna have to go Ball and G as a group versus Paul and Juicy. Even though Paul and Juicy got some lyrics, I give them that. But I see straight up rapping, like I was saying earlier, telling stories, being straight up lyricists. I have to go Ball and G.
You really do gotta go Ball and G on this. I mean, if you were doing Ball and G versus all of 3-6, I think that's a completely different question. But just them two going against Paul and Juicy,
Yeah, I'll answer both questions. I'm gonna pick Ball and G every single time. It's not even close. If I had to pick between Ball and G, probably Ball.
I thought you was gonna say I'm going with G.
Yeah, I gotta go A Ball.
gotta
I don't
go
know.
A.
I can't see them.
I gotta go with A Ball, the Fat Man. You know what I'm saying? I was a huge A Ball. Their sound together, like Outkast. I know they made 2 separate albums or whatever, Speaker Box and Love Below. It's hard, which I wasn't really a fan of either one of those albums. It had a couple tracks on
You ain't
both.
love the Love Below, bruh?
The whole album, it was okay. It wasn't like on the level of any of their other shit. No,
they
God,
always
no.
gotta be together.
Yeah, I'm just a huge fan of both of them together, kind of like A-Ball and MJG. But if I had to pick one, just like I'd probably pick Andre 3K over Big Boy, I'd probably pick Ball over G. I just pick Ball over G. A-Ball the Fat Man, especially like on Space Age Pimpin'. I mean, it's you know, like I said, it's hard.
Mr. Big, shoot.
You know what I'm saying?
Armed Robbery.
On Robert was my song.
Yeah,
I actually know the words to that song.
9mm boy.
Yes.
That's it. Shoot.
So
So many.
all right.
Alright. So the next one,
Think about all the features they been on, bruh.
dude. A-Ball and G.
Yeah.
Playing the play away. Everything you
Tila.
do was all about
Tila's
Sean Nuff.
is another one, dude.
Hey, I had
One's
playlists
Not
listened
Enough.
to at work the other day with Sean Nuff and all that on it.
Yeah.
Hit a whole bunch of
That's
them,
like my
man. The
Memphis
Suave
mix.
House
We need
era.
to make a Memphis. We need to have an all Memphis music. Like a
Suave
Memphis show.
House. Another great, like, rap a lot.
Yeah.
My
Another
favorite
great
song
feature.
is that jump with them, Outkast 3-6.
International Players.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, International Players anthem.
We talking favorite Ball and G song or favorite what?
No, I just that's
Oh,
my
okay.
favorite song. That's my ringtone, bro.
Sorry.
International Players anthem.
That's my wife's ringtone because I always choose her.
Alright,
Yeah.
let me see.
Love you, back.
Alright, this next one.
Still sleeping on the couch.
Now,
We putting 2 shows together.
Okay.
You got, and we doing 2 segments. Alright, if you remember this, well, I used to watch this on YouTube anyway, because some of the people you have on it, they be flowing at. First time I saw Toby in Wigwig was on this show with Sway's 5 Finger Death, and he murdered that shit. Versus Tigger's Basement, which they used to have a little open mic session. Which one is the best show for rappers to come on? Because you can't be no slaw being on any one of them.
Oh,
but
no,
you
that's
definitely can't be no slaw on Sway's 5 Finger
Now,
Death.
here's the thing. You said the question. Now, this is why I know this is your question. You saying which one is better for rappers to be on, or which one was my favorite? And which one better because that's 2 different questions.
Nah.
That's 2 different answers for me too.
Which one is your favorite show?
my favorite was Tigger's Basement.
Yeah, my favorite was Tigger's, but the
I
best
can
show
say-
for rappers to be on was 5 Finger because Sway wasn't a rapper, so he didn't jump in there with you. I can say I've heard more legendary just go off. I've heard more legendary sessions in the basement, probably. I pick the basement.
Over somebody doing the 5 Fingers of Death?
I guess it's like I like that steady flow instead of like because it's like 5 beats you have to rap to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some great like if you do 5, 3 of them really good. You know what I'm saying? very few people nailed all 5. It's a couple of them.
I've seen a few people.
It's a few, but I didn't like. I wasn't a huge Sway fan. I didn't think Tigger was that good at freestyling. So that's the one thing it took away from. I didn't like the fact that he would jump in and kind of put his 2 cents in.
Okay.
So I would probably still go to Basement because I just remember watching at Tennessee State with my brothers when I went to
So
school.
you going to Basement too?
Yeah, I went Basement.
Okay.
As far as my favorite, I went
Out of
Basement.
those 2,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, all right then. Let me throw one in there.
But like what you said, the
Yo
best-
MTV Raps of the Basement then.
Oh, Yo MTV Raps.
Oh, yo.
I'm going Yo MTV Raps.
Okay, because Ed Love and Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
they were the
And
men
Fab
right
Five
there.
Freddy?
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Tigger's Basement can't do shit with that.
No. Fab
But
Five
I
Freddy, man.
give y'all that little opinion about Five Fingers there, because, like
Yeah.
I said, you got to have some lyrics to be on that. Joint.
Yeah. And you never knew what beat you were going to get, so you had to kind of be ready for anything. But Slay would just let you do your thing. Like, he would never try to, oh, shit, you killed us, so let me jump in and do something, too. I just wasn't a fan of Tigger like that.
Yeah,
I
Tigger.
never was. Never was.
Yeah, that kind of took away from the show, like you said.
That's what it
Alright.
was for me. It kind of took away from what the... Like, dude, okay, you just fucking wrapped the last 4 shows. Like, okay, we get it. It's your show. You can do whatever you want, but damn. You brought this man in here to do his thing. Let him do his thing.
All right. So let's go to the last Who You Got, which is, okay, it's speed rapping. Who you got? Straight up flow, murdering speed rapping. Let me get you out there. I'm going to say these jumps fire. I'm going to say them fast. And you're going to be able to understand everything I'm saying. You got Twister versus Busta Rhymes. Who you got?
Now my question is, are you just asking who's saying it the fastest?
Nah,
Who's the best at doing it?
Who's the best at doing it?
I mean, one of my favorite Twister songs is Adrenaline Rush. So
you got Kamikaze. You get
you
that
got
going
Kamikaze too.
You got,
And then all this do or die
Emotion.
stuff.
his do or die stuff.
Oh, Pimp, he was on that jump too.
He was actually in a song called Front Porch. This song called with this group called damn.
The Dayton Family?
Nah, it was the Speed Knot Monsters or something like that. Speed Knot Monsters. But
Bro, this is track
Yeah.
he got. It's him, Tech Nine, Busta Rhymes is on there too. Yellow Wolf. It's like I think what's the dude Eminem was beefing with the other white boy? Machine Gun Kelly is on there. Worldwide Choppers, that's the name. But it's on Tech Nine's album, but all of them on there, and they just all going in, bro. It's pretty dope.
dude, yeah, I guess if I had to pick these 2, who you pick?
I want to say Twister, but Busta got some shots too, bro. I mean, we know Twister can go faster, because I mean, I was told.
Yeah, I think he
got the record.
Yeah, he got the record.
So, but Busta, man.
I'll say this right here. What would put Busta over the edge for most people is that the newer song he did.
Off his new album?
Yeah, the one that everybody tries to do the whole like speed flow he does at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like
When he did "Look at Me Now," that verse he did when he did that jump live, bro.
What, the one with Anderson .Paak? The newest album? Because you know he has a brand new album out. Where he doing something like...
Oh, you talking about the one from "Look at Me Now" that Chris Brown jump? Cause he's done that jump live.
Yeah.
And it's like he don't even be breathing when he say the whole without non-stop, bro.
Cause I'm feeling like I'm winning and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, but I know that I don't and I won't ever stop, cause you know I gotta win every day. See, they really wanna pop me. Just know that you would never flop me. And I know that nigga be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna. Every time I come, a nigga gotta sit it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shred it. Every little thing a nigga did he be doing, cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna run everything and everything about a boom, about a bang. Do a lot of things, give it to a couple niggas that I always with it, then I gotta get it again. And I be doing it to never know I move a little fella nigga better call a rapper, everybody know my style, nigga know.
this
You
is
can't
actually a
even
lot,
tell
bro.
when he's taking a breath.
Well, even back when he was with Tribe and them, when he was back then when he was with them, he was always flowing.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
He
mean, I
floated
try to
that
think
jump
about
with
me. He had
Janet.
Give Me Some More.
Give me some
You know what I'm
more.
saying? He had
Yeah.
Flip Mode.
My eyes to see.
Damn,
Dangerous.
man.
Yeah, Busta been doing it.
I think he's cooler. I do think Busta is cooler. If we just talking about speed, like you see, I'm not
was faster. He was faster.
And he was. You can still understand what he was saying. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I told the Kraken early. If you have not heard Eminem's Rap God, like it's probably people that didn't know M could spit like that. Man,
yeah, he was going off. He didn't stand.
He was straight going on that jump.
All right, so I'm trying to go ahead and answer before I try to change mine. I'm going with Twister. What do you got? Who you got? It's so difficult.
The only reason I'm gonna say Twister is because I was listening to his music before I listened to Busta Rhymes music.
I can dig it. Kind of same.
Because like you said, with Do or Die, even with
Break Your Neck,
Village and all them other folks.
Pastor Kavasi.
Yeah, all them folks from Chicago. You know, he did a lot of stuff with Ball and G.
But he's also done some not speed rap stuff. His non-speed is killer too.
He can flow just like on the Do or Die song. Money Flows. Money Flows. That main lyrics on that joint was straight flowing.
He got a lot of good.
Yeah, he got a lot. But Busta, like I said, Busta, I've been liking him since he was with Tribe. But I didn't get into Tribe till like later in life. So I'm just gonna give a hair difference to Twister.
You're a monster.
Fucking with a common denominator, cause I'ma be the mediator for the even if I hate it up against a veteran. I'm an opponent feeling like he wanted, I'm on it, I wanna do it, I'ma kill him, I innovated for rhythm, and an imminent amount of energy when it be at my level over the other with the butter and the vocal epitome, got a gutter with the dialect of venomous cinema, never stutter when it be doing it. I'ma come through with it when I'm ruining it, for whatever competitor coming, they gotta glue it, and I'm breaking them up in the particles, the itty bitty amount of hit it with the data, without it, we never do it, but sort of an originator, giving away to my syllable be all into the music and the mechanism, making the track and the immaculate amount of melody, and I be in the way to get your bodies and the feeling that you gotta get when you be hearing the wig, I'ma put it together when I come with the pattern and punish a motherfucker, with the fuck I'm gonna do what nobody could ever come in the killer, I'm in the habit of crushing a motherfucker. Twist.
Okay. Even the edge.
Just even with Kanye, even when he did stuff with Kanye and Jamie and all them, I'm just gonna give him just a little bit edge because I knew about him before I knew about Busta. Because I didn't realize Busta was with Tribe until the song "Oh My God." Oh shit, that's Busta Rhymes. Because I didn't really learn about Busta until I really saw him on the Craig Mack remix of "Flavor in Your Ear." Was big and all that. So then I went back and said, oh shit, he was with Tribe. He used to hang with them.
Yeah, Busta, but he always had a unique sound to him. Like the moment he get on there, you know exactly
who
who he is. So yeah.
Alright, so we're down to our last segment of this
I needed this
super hard. Still, like I said, I want to go back and change some of my answers, but
we're gonna have to do another music show.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do another one and go back to top 5 songs. Not even albums, just songs.
I know we can do that. You got to do top 10 or something like that.
We can do top 5.
You do okay.
And top 5 would be hard
as hell to do. Listen to me. I'm gonna back out on this next question. Well, I'm gonna do this for the next show. I'm gonna let them go at that again for that top 5 producers.
That's what we're gonna do. We'll do
That's
top
what I want y'all to do
producers.
You ought to make it dirty and narrow down to 3. That'd be real dirty right there. You have to shave off 2.
That would still be easy for real.
What?
Kanye and
Dr. Dre.
No, because we talk about iconic super producers. We ain't talking about producers.
Are you talking about what brand of music? Are we talking about rap producers? We just talking about music
talking
producers?
About all the way around. Because if you're a super producer, you can produce anything.
Anything. I get it.
If you one of the best producers out there, I
We'll
don't see everybody going, hey man, let me go to Dre for a beat. Now, if you're on the West Coast, you will.
Because they're not going to let that Dre thing go.
Because guess what? Let me go and say it. Even though 50 Cent then was under him, look, man, let's tell the truth about the G-Unit and everything else. How many stuff has he just actually produced that's relevant? And out of all them songs that G-Unit and them did, how many actually was probably written by Eminem?
I see light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm not gonna let the rocks crumble in front of me.
I'm telling you, we gotta look at it.
We'll talk about that on another show. We got it.
We got to
We're
look
gonna
at
talk about it. Come
Dre.
on.
Hey, Dr. Dre, you great. Beats by Dre. Hey, some great earphones. You only produce.
Underhanded compliment
You only
I've heard in my
produce
life.
on your own. Your last album, like you said in 2000, your last album was The Chronic. How they say you fell off? Because your last album was The Chronic. One of the most iconic albums of all time.
What's the next pick one?
That was it.
That was it. It
Oh,
went
that's
down
it?
to the cosplay crush.
Oh, okay. Who
We're
got
going to go and end it before
Who
we
we
keep
got,
going.
Vin?
Oh my goodness. You are a savior on this show today. Miss Animated Asia, or Asia Hamilton. That's animated underscore AJA. Animated Asia. She says she's a really goofy person. You can tell by a lot of her cosplays. She's really, really silly. She's into animes, all things celebrity and cartoon. She does everything from Scooby-Doo in the game to My Hero Academia. She even had a silly Dory cosplay. I thought it was like the cutest thing. She doesn't mind being herself. She doesn't mind being herself and putting herself into her cosplay. It's like a character, but then she throws her own spin on it. Okay? So, Animated Asia, we appreciate you for being a fan of the show. We really, really honestly appreciate it. Please follow her. Give her a like and subscribe. Speak to her. She will speak back. Speak to us. We speak back. But Animated Asia, we appreciate you. You are
Animated Asia, you give us your top 5 producers.
Oh
That's
my
what
God.
you do.
Animated.
We gonna see who your top 5 producers.
I want her to do this.
Cause look,
That'd be really cool.
like I said, we're gonna end this show.
This is another
but
show,
look, go to Netflix. There's a series on hip hop. It's very informative. It talks about all hip hop from each region of the country.
Oh, sorry.
From each region of the country. And it actually has a segment on super producers. Not just producers, the mega super producers. And everybody they name, some of your favorite rappers, they basically made them to be who they are. Like I said, if Jay-Z didn't have Pharrell and Kanye, what we think about Jay-Z as he is today?
I'm not getting into this. Animated Asia, you have made my day. I just saw those pictures we put up there. I'm thinking about that.
Like
I'm
I
not
said,
doing this.
Pharrell even did Snoop. He's done Justin
It's gonna
Timberlake.
be a good show, bro. Cause you and like you said, Teddy Riley, you got Babyface,
Teddy
Quincy
Riley.
Jones.
Teddy Riley had his own segment of music. New Jack Swing.
Rick Root.
If you ever watch Boys in the Hood, Boomerang, all the early 90s stuff, all them great movies that were produced back then. The Harlem Nights of the world, the New Jack Cities.
Who was in Blackstreet?
There was New Jack Swing.
Probably Total
era.
was him too, wasn't it?
Probably so.
New Jack Swing. era.
SWV.
I'm thinking about somebody else other than. Who
No, you know,
next to
Total
your
was
Butler.
with Bad
That's
Boy.
next.
That's right.
Total was Bad Boy. So I'm telling you, we're gonna end this show.
What he say?